Hey folks, it's Richard Haick with Zennie62, and I'm at the Coliseum, mostly because I was just driving past, and I've been sitting on this idea all day about relocation and expansion. I listened to a few things and talked to a couple guys, just friends, about all those possibilities. The general consensus is that once baseball leaves Oakland, there will be no more baseball in Oakland. Not unless you get like a minor league team or something in here. Or there's some vast improvement in the way that Oakland operates, both politically as well as just kind of the mindset of the people, you know. And I'm not talking about, you know, crime and all that stuff, just the people in general, and whether they like baseball or not. Up until about a year ago, Oakland didn't even have a little league. So Oakland's popularity, or you know, their hunger for baseball as Oakland isn't that great. But here's the plan, or the idea that I had. There is no proof or anything that any of this has happened. I don't want to get your hopes up. This is just a scenario. And that would be if Oakland ever gets a crack at an expansion team, that person, that prospective owner, needs to come now. Not after the A's leave, not waiting 2 or 3 years in the future, because that does a couple of things. First, you find this little piece of shade right here, so you can get out of the sun. So, the first idea, or that idea is that if that person comes forward now, it shows MLB that there is a future for baseball here. Especially if it's somebody who's going to say, screw it, I don't need your money, Oakland. I got my own. I'll foot the bill. That's going to open up some eyes. I think that if the A's were for sale right now and John Fisher said, hey, I want to buy them, I think they'd laugh him out the building. But if you get somebody who has experience and definitely has the money and shown the will, a guy like a Joe Lacob, or some of the other names we've heard in the past, which would be like the Oracle, Ellison, and there's a few other guys who've expressed wanting to own a team. Now, the way I look at that would be, in such a scenario, that does a few things. One, if an owner came up, a prospective owner came up now, ready to jump in where the A's left off, I think it makes it more difficult for San Francisco Giants to make some sort of a claim for territory. I think it also pisses off the A's because this is their territory. At least it is right now. I mean, we got to look at the Raiders, for example. They still claim Oakland as their territory to a point. You know, they wanted you know, games to be on here versus, say, the Central Valley or Southern California. Eventually, Southern California or Central Valley is the one who got axed out of the TV deal. It's all different now, but anyways, so it puts pressure on the A's and pressure on the Giants. If there's going to be an expansion team and you already got an owner lined up and everything, Now you've got the A's are going to be pissed. And if you know that the city's talking to somebody else, maybe that puts the ball back into the city's court. And now the A's are going, wait, you're going to take our fans and our territory. You can't do that. And especially when you have somebody who does have the money and the wherewithal to put a team into Oakland, and shows that they want to succeed and actually want to win and spend the money and do the deals, then you might see a shift in the mindset of ownership, as in the other owners of MLB saying, wait, well, why don't we do something different? Because like a couple of people said, well, why don't we go after one of these other teams threatening, the White Sox or the Brewers or the Angels or somebody? I'm like, do you really want to come to Oakland? Maybe the Brewers. The Brewers are actually currently the lowest market in MLB besides Oakland, or I'm sorry, would be besides Las Vegas. Right now, they are the smallest market. So to have Oakland or a team in Las Vegas, that would actually put them below Milwaukee. Moving Milwaukee to Oakland brings them up drastically in that sort of in that TV market, media market range. That changes things. But if you put that pressure on the A's, you know, they might go, wait, there's still something for Oakland. There's still something for us in Oakland. Not to mention that other owner could potentially say, well, I'll take Las Vegas. I don't see MLB saying we'll move another team to Oakland. I think that's kind of ridiculous to remove a team and add another team that's relocated from somewhere else. I'm like, if you suck there, you're going to suck here. You know, there's nothing for you here. Chicago, definitely not. Chicago's a higher market than Bay Area. But the idea is, one, you get that team ready to go right now. If you get that team ready to go right now, you got something. Again, you've got this gap. If you leave a gap, that allows people to lose that excitement. And again, if Oakland goes without a team for any period of time, there will be no expansion team and no relocation here. I don't see it happening. But if you had somebody who said, I'm doing it, let's go, and let's make it happen, I think you open MLB's eyes, and then you open up those other owners to either say, make the A's stay here, and we'll take this other owner somewhere else, or we at least save baseball in Oakland with a new team and letting the A's move on. But I don't think a relocation team is a good idea for the A's, or I'm sorry, for Oakland. And I think the A's would be pissed too. I think that jealousy sort of thing would happen, and maybe push somebody like Fisher to go, wait, if somebody else wants this market more than me, what am I missing? Where's the big picture that I'm missing? And maybe it makes them put up or shut up. People kind of don't understand that billionaire mindset of winning. And if he really wants to win, he's not going to let somebody else come in on his turf and beat him. That's the way I'm looking at it. Now again, this is a dream scenario. This is just spitballing, really. You know, there are guys out there who do want to own a team, and so here we are. You know, but what they make of it is another thing. So somebody goes to Las Vegas, then what was the other one? Chicago. The White Sox were talking about possibly going to Nashville. So if you take those two teams and you move them, Does Chicago become automatically a relocation city? That's a pretty new ballpark. It's not that old, and it's actually a really nice ballpark. It's just that they kind of suffer, the White Sox, from the same thing that the Coliseum does. And they don't have a ballpark neighborhood. There's not a lot around it. You can go a few blocks. I want to say quarter, maybe a half mile down the street. And there's some fast food stuff. I know when we went, like we stopped at, we went to KFC or Popeyes. There's a few little spots, but it's not like a neighborhood. Like, just like here at the Coliseum, you can just go all around there and then find yourself on the other side, and there's, there's an In-N-Out and, a Starbucks and the chicken fingers, Cane's. And over here there's a Taco Bell and a McDonald's. Or is it a Burger King? Maybe both. Anyways, regardless, there's really not like a place to hang out directly here. I mean, that's, I think, the stupidity of the people who do run the Coliseum, is there's all this extra space. This parking lot, I don't think it's been used since the Raiders left. And then you have the south lot, maybe gets half full as well. And the north lot usually gets a little bit more. That's on the other side of the arena and Coliseum. There's a lot of space here. I mean, you could even use some of this frontage area for a little bar or something. I don't know. There's a little Denny's all the way down here. How that Denny's is still open, I don't even know. But there's all this space right here. There's like a little RV lot. They're letting homeless people camp right there. And then on the other side on San Leandro, like, there's all this space. You could have had something going on. You didn't need some big fat developer guy to come out and develop this. You could have did it on your own. You've had 50, almost 60 years of the ability to do that, and nobody's ever done it. Like, this street should be just lined with businesses. That's the one thing I've really noticed about Oakland, and to a lesser extent San Francisco. But I go to any other ballpark and there's merch stores all up and down the street. The Giants have their big dugout store, which is actually very nice, at the ballpark. There's the Baseballism store across the street, and then but normally you would find these other ones, and they'll sell everybody's jerseys. You'll find 49er jerseys and Raiders and Rams and you name it, and you'll find everything in those stores. There's none of that here, but you'll find it all over Chicago, New York. I've seen it in Seattle. All this stuff that's very close to the stadiums and ballparks. We just don't have that here. I don't know why, but this should be bars and stuff. Those hotels should be packed. It just isn't. It's like this place is so underdeveloped. It's kind of ridiculous. But the whole Coliseum City thing would have been a great idea, but just nobody ever did it. Nobody wanted to put up the money, and then everybody left. I gotta sneeze. Woo! Yes. Get the sunlight. I don't know if that works for anybody else, but the sun always makes me sneeze. Anyways, that was my big idea. Really was, if somebody needs to jump in now. Don't wait. Don't wait for the A's to leave. Just get in here now and say, I want to buy a team. What do I got to do? Here's my application, MLB. Let's get going. What that could also do is force the A's hand in regards to where the hell they're going to play. I mean, I don't know how fast the relocation process, or not the relocation, but the expansion process would happen, because First, you have to find the ownership groups and the cities. Who gets those? Excuse me. My allergies is crazy today. You need an ownership group in cities. Those are almost tied for number one. It seems pretty self-explanatory that Las Vegas, currently, in the configuration of the MLB, Las Vegas and Nashville seem to be those shoe-in cities. If you take them off the table, Portland, Salt Lake City, it has been making a lot of noise lately. Where else I don't know. Charlotte, Montreal, Vancouver. I don't know if that would fly for the Mariners folks, but this is just ideas. But let's say you apply for an expansion team, it's not going to be 1 or 2 years. But if that were the case, they could say, hey, right now we'll get an expansion team. We'll play in the Coliseum until we build our other ballpark. We'll take over from here. That puts them 2 or 3 years out. Expand, play here, play now. But I don't know if they would do that. I think they want to expand at the same time. And I don't know if, let's say, this other city has a place. Do they have a place to play right now? Or do we still also have to wait for them to develop not just a team and an owner and pick a city, but find a place and really do all the stuff that the A's are doing in Las Vegas right now. Finding the land, getting the financing, going through the whole permit process and everything else, and then actually building wherever they're going to build. It's going to take time. So I don't know how that works, but man, if you gave people something to be excited about, I think it would work. But it's neither here nor there. It has to happen first, and I don't know if any of us collectively have the billions of dollars that it's going to take to make something like that happen. That's also the other part, an expansion fee. I don't know what that is. They say $2 billion, but if they're letting the A's go to Las Vegas for nothing, maybe it's negotiable. Who knows? Maybe somehow somebody can negotiate for expansion to Oakland. I don't know how that's going to work, but again, just ideas, spitballing, trying to make things happen here. If you are Joe Lacob or another prospective owner out there, get your paperwork in now. Cut the check now. Don't wait too long, because I think you will miss the boat if the A's leave and they're allowed to go any amount of time without a plan is deadly and will kill any hopes. You got to do it now, because you've got to keep that hunger. You've got to keep that hunger alive now. Otherwise, once baseball's gone from Oakland, it's gone for good. All right, guys, have a great weekend. It's Richard Haick with Zennie62. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you guys around. Bye.